Hello everybody, this is TriumWear412 taking a look at the game Three-Way Draw that I played on webdiplomacy.net. It was interesting because the title of the game was Three-Way Draw. That was not indicative of any kind of agreement between the players before the game started, that is how everyone intended to finish the game. That was just what whoever started the game decided to call it. But that totally changed the dynamic of the game and the way it was played by everybody. Instead of playing to win, it seems everyone was looking for that, well, three-way draw. So I played as Austria. My original plan was to form one solid alliance in the eastern side of the board here. My hopes were that it would be with Russia, if not Russia, then Turkey. And then with that ally to kind of dominate this side of the board. And then as we were doing that, we would watch what was going on in the west, pick whoever was the dominant nation over there and invite them to join us in the three-way draw. So we'll see how that worked out. Things started off fairly well for me diplomatically. Turkey was willing to play ball and Russia was also willing to work with me. You see, we declared Galicia a demilitarized zone, so that worked out. Italy was friendly in the spring, but a little too friendly. The way he talked in the late spring and early fall really had me worried, and so I, preempting his move to Tyrolia, here stopped his attack on my nation. Wasn't terribly surprised by it, and here you see in the fall also I chose between Turkey and Russia, choosing to support Russia into Romania, take Greece for myself. And so really in the beginning of the game you see myself and Russia down here working together to take out Turkey. Also wanted to point out here that England goes into civil disorder in the first turn. He submits moves in the spring but not the fall, and he won't submit moves again. Continue to deal with Italy over here and work with Russia in the southeast, and Russia also making decent gains up here in the north. We do start talking to Germany at this point about being the third person in our alliance in our three-way draw. It seemed to make sense since he was the one that shared a border with us, that the three of us could just kind of spread and continue to push outwards instead of allying with France and pushing German units towards myself and Russia. So we talked to Germany about that and he agrees. Here finally in the second half of the fall I convince Italy to leave me alone, and he starts focusing his attention elsewhere, which was nice. It allowed me to focus more on the attack and taking of the Turkish centers. So I do break into there, you see, in 1903 and turn in that next year against Italy. Get my units into the Ionian, surround Venice, and so we continue to make progress. You see Germany here pushing into France, Russia making good advances into England. England, who I believe someone stepped in for. I don't think the original player came back. It was someone new who came in and started submitting orders for England. But it's a waste of points, I guess, for him because it didn't turn out well for him, as you'll see. So we continue to make progress on all fronts. Really in this game it was not so much about diplomacy in the long run. Once we had our three-way alliance in place, which happened in the second year, it was fairly easy to dominate. Our enemies were spread out. Turkey and Italy were cut off from one another. Italy and France were fighting, England in civil disorder, but then when he came back, moving against France. So it really made it fairly easy for the three of us to do whatever we wanted. You see here in 05, we take the last Turkish center, also occupy the last English center, attack the last French center, and are about to move in on Italy's holdings here, and also to take... Oh, no, sorry, we don't take that until the next turn. Everyone but Italy out in 05. Felt a little bad. I was the the slow player kind of holding us up. Took me into 06 and then 07 to finally root out Italy. But my allies patiently wait. I do reward, you could say, Russia for that patience by supporting him into Tunis rather than taking it myself. And at the end of 07, we're the only three left, myself, Germany, and Russia. And so we vote to draw and take a three-way split of the pot. Not a terribly exciting game, really, since everyone was playing to a draw from the beginning. But at least my strategy worked out well for me, and I was able to succeed and take part in the draw. So if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to leave them, and thanks for watching.